Hi guys, hello and welcome to another Java programming tutorial. In this tutorial, we will address a very famous question that comes from students all the time. Why in the world do arrays start from 0? And why these index numbers are like that? Let me help you understand this with the help of an example. Let's say we have an array by the name of scores array. These are the values that are stored inside the array. Remember that arrays are of a data type. Therefore, each and every block that of the continuous memory that makes up an array has to be of the same size. Here in this particular case, they're all numbers. And it's a continuous block of memory that helps us save some time from having to declare so many variables, because we can address so many values now through a single name. And that name is the array. Fixed size, same data type, all elements. Now that these are fixed size array, because it can't expand, each and every block holds a value, can you go from one value to another? So we use a numbering system. Now, the numbering system very well could start with 1. Why in the world does it start with a 0? It starts with a 0 for this reason, that array at no point in time points to all the elements in the array. It only points at the beginning point. And that beginning point, which is the start of the array, is basically the point 0. It's pretty much like when you take out a car from a dealership. The car is considered to be 0 meter, means that it's not driven before. So that's the starting point, 0. So that's the starting point of the array. Starting point of the array is also an element, by the way, just in case if you're wondering that it's an empty block. No, it is a starting point element which holds a value. And by element, I mean each and every box. So what you see at the top are the boxes. What you see at the bottom are the numbers of those boxes. Okay? Now that the numbers start with 0, because that is the starting point of an array, and that starting point also holds a value. So when you say I am in box that is, this is called index number, by the way. So index number 0, 1, 2, 3, and in the plural is indices. So when you say that I am on index number 1, basically what you're saying is I am one box away from the starting point. When you say I'm at index number 5, you say I am 5 boxes away from the starting point. Since all boxes are of the same size, it becomes very easy for behind the scene code to jump 5 blocks, because each block is of the same size, and get to the start of the block which you want. So let's assume that each of one of these blocks is 4 bytes. So if I want to go to the beginning of the 5th block, which will be starting from the beginning of the 5th block, which will be index number 4, so I need to be able to skip the first 16. So since each is 4 bytes long, 4 times 4 is 16, I could be right at the beginning of the 5th block. So this is the 5th block, which is index 4, 6th block, index number 5, 7th block, index number 6, and so on and so forth, because we start from 0. So again, to sum it all up, because array always points at the start block, so that's why the start block is index number 0, and all other blocks pretty much tell you how many blocks have you jumped from the start block. That's why the count starts from 0. Now, for those of you who have done loops, for example, in Java or C#, you know for loop, for example, would be a great candidate to run through or traverse through an array. That's a word I'm giving you. Traversing through an array means going through an array, element by element in a loop, which starts, your counter starts from 0, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now let me tell you one more thing here. You must be wondering why this boy is there with the chair, and just to demonstrate one thing, and that is, let's say this is the starting point where the boy is right now. So if I move the boy from here to here, how many chairs did the boy move? And you will say 1 chair. Well, even though 2 chairs are involved, you will still say 1 chair, because you do not count the starting chair. Similarly, if the boy is right here on the very first chair and I move the boy to the last chair, you will not say that the boy moved 3 chairs. You will say the boy moved 2 chairs, because again, you do not count the starting point. For the same reason, we will not count the start point. We just count the indexes after the start point for the same reason. Again, the length of this array that you see at the top is 8, because length represents how many elements are there, and the index numbers are 0 through 7. I hope this helps you understand why arrays start from 0. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on this video, and let me know in the comment section below if you need me to create videos on any particular topics you may have in your mind, or if you have any questions. See you guys next time. Till then, bye-bye.